What's happening, YouTube? Welcome to Sense of South Jersey with me, Kellen, for a fragrance video today. Today's going to be a little bit of a fun video. I actually was excited to make this. I wanted to make this a clone fragrance related video. So I got a couple clones here of my favorite fragrances, some of my favorite classic fragrances, and I'll tell you what they are in a minute. But first, let's talk about like what is a clone? What is a clone house? To me, exactly. A clone is a fragrance that is impersonating or trying to be exactly like or as close to as they can of a more popular fragrance. So let's pick a particular clone house. You know, I think Homme is a great clone house. They make very high quality fragrances and they don't cost that much. And that's another thing about clones is they're significantly less money than the real fragrance that they're impersonating. So take Club de Nuit Intense Matte. Fantastic fragrance. That is a fragrance where in most cases it's going to outperform the fragrance that it is copying, which is Creed's Ventus. They have several that are like that. Same thing with like Dua fragrances. They do a lot of impressions of different higher end fragrances or more popular fragrances, and those are quality fragrance clone houses. And then there are fragrances that are a little bit less money than those clones that you see at the rack stores that do a decent job and they smell like it, but not exactly like it or not as close as say Dua or Homme can get. And they're even less money, but they're not terrible. And you know, I wear things like that. And I think when you find fragrances like that, it's kind of fun, especially given the fact that they're so inexpensive. But then there's a sub-level beyond that one. There's a sub-level underneath that, and I like to call those Frankenstein clones. And I have a couple Frankenstein clones of my favorite fragrances. So these are scents that I talk about on my channel all the time. So we're going to do Frankenstein clones of Kouros and Frankenstein clones of Drakkar Noir. Some of the GOATs, the greatest of all time. This one is a little better, I think, than this one, but I still love them both. This is not about them. It's about this stuff that I'm about to show you now. These things are strange and it's going to get ugly. So let's start it off with the first Frankenstein clone. I ordered these on Thursday. It's Friday night. So this is like my second impression of these things. And I thought like I had to just do this video. The seller sent me one for free for no reason. I didn't ask for it. This is called Colt. This stuff is a premium editions. It's called premium editions, and it's the alternative to Drakkar Noir. Let me read it on the back. Premium editions fragrances are made using perfume oils imported from France. These are long-lasting designer alternative fragrances and are also available in our body sprays for women and men. Okay, so Colt, take a look at the box. Let's not waste our time in the presentation. This is very thin cardboard. And then they gave this one to me and it says for free. So let's open this one. I'll show you why it was for free. We'll take a look at the bottle here. Probably because it was halfway empty when I got it. And I was like, oh, okay. And you can see it says Colt there. So cheap looking sprayer, but the sprayer, it actually reminds me of the Milton Lloyd sprayer. So that's the only redeeming factor about this stuff. So, okay, so let me spray it on. Oh my God. Oh, that's so bad. That's so awful. Oh, like you can smell like a hint of Drakkar Noir underneath there. Oh, like imagine Drakkar Noir and you're seeing the bottle. It's like it's right there. It's right in front of you, but it's covered by a sheet of ice and you can't get through. That's what this is. Like the Drakkar Noir notes are under there, but it's covered by a sheet of ice, except that sheet of ice is like burnt tire rubber. Like, oh God, it's so bad. This stuff smells like it can only be sold at like a truck stop or a gas station. Like it's on a wall, like next to those like $2 sunglasses. That's where you're going to find Colt. Oh my God, this is just awful. It just smells like roadkill and a dead animal. Like I'd wear Colt if I wanted to smell like I just changed the transmission in a school bus. That's how terrible this stuff is. I think that this could possibly be like among one of the worst things I've ever smelled in my entire life. And I'm so happy that I have it because it's hysterical. Colt, like what kind of name is that? Like that means there are two guys out there, whoever created this company, that were like, yeah, this smells like a motor oil. Let's put it in a bottle and sell it as a cologne. I can't believe it. I'm going to give this one like a negative 5,000 out of 10. This is hysterical. I'm so happy to have this in my collection. This stuff is great. All right, next let's take a look at the impression of Kouros. This stuff is called Status. Look at that. Status. What a great name. Look at the box. Like, it's got the similar colors of Koros with the blue and the white and the silver. Oh man, look at that. Status. And right on the sticker it says right there, this product is not associated with the makers of Koros. Yeah, no shit. No way would this be associated with YSL. You've Saint Laurent would freaking, like, he'd roll over. This is disgusting. Distributed by Apple Cosmetics Incorporated, New York, USA, but Parfum Grandeur made in England. All right, so presentation is funny. Very, very gas station-like. Let's open this one up. The white bottle. Status. The cap's like not even on. Like it doesn't even stay on. You know, there's a subscriber out there. I love a dude, Oswaldo, and he called me the Indiana Jones of fragrances because I'm finding all these like random hidden gem things, and Indiana Jones would never pick this up. These are like rocks. Like they're not gems. Like they're just rocks that are going to weigh down your life. Like Indiana Jones wouldn't get these, but like the guy that would be named like Idaho James. Like he picks up rocks, not gems. So let's check this one out. Sprayer looks a little bit better than Colt. Sprayer comes out, kind of reminds me of the Milton Lloyd. Oh man. Spray some on. Oh. Oh my God. It smells like almost similar. Like there's no hint of Koros in that at all. It smells like a bathroom at a gas station air freshener mixed with like Wet Dog and Febreze. Oh, that's so bad. I'd rather wear Windex than this stuff. Like Windex would be closer to Koros than Status would. Like, what's your status in life if you actually wear Status? Status smells like that friend's house. Do you ever have that friend when you were growing up where like you go in his house and it smelled a little funky, like it smelled off, like it was like dirty and they didn't clean, and you never wanted to say anything, and anyone that went in there felt the same way you did, but they didn't notice it because they were like nose blind? That's what this smells like. This smells so awful. This is one of this. I'm so happy I have this. This is great. Status smells like Wet Dog and Febreze. Like instantly, I was reminded of like walking into like like one of those. Ever been to one of those weird like eclectic indie little markets where you go in and there's incense and like there's all this random crap you never buy but you walk in anyway because you see some stuff and then you're like, all right, I guess. Yeah, they would sell Status there. There's like a G on the top for Parfums Grandeur. This is just like the worst. This is the worst. This is like the worst cologne I've ever owned. I'm going to give it to my nephew, and he's going to think it's awesome because it came from his uncle, the fragrance reviewer. Wow, that was terrible. Back to Cold. I can't get over how this just said free. Like, the guy was probably thinking, the eBay seller was probably like, well, you know, these have been sitting here for 30 years and someone finally bought one. I might as well give him this half empty one because it's going to take me another 30 years to move this one. Wow, what garbage. Okay, now that we got those out of the way, I want to look at two other clones that aren't exactly Frankenstein clones. And what I mean by Frankenstein clone is like they're ugly, they're monsters, they're just disgusting. They're all pieced together with different body parts, just like those two. First, let's look at the Koros one. We'll start with the Koros one. This one is hysterical. The presentation is absolutely like incredibly funny. It tries so hard to look like Koros, but it's not. It's called Kalo pour Homme, our version of YSL Koros. So I got this one, and it came to me in a day. Like the shipping was incredible. Kalo, the name and like the design and everything like that, it's trying so hard to be like Koros. Bottle looks a little bit better. Cap is extremely cheap. Atomizer is extremely cheap. Let's spray this one on. Much better atomizer. Like that was like a legitimate fragrance atomizer as opposed to like whatever that was. This is much better. This, like, I would actually wear that. It doesn't necessarily smell like Koros. It smells like a little bit of like the floral hint of Koros. Doesn't smell bad, and it's almost gone. So I would probably have to apply like 60 sprays of Kalo pour Homme, but the name itself is just absolutely hysterical. And I think this is a great addition to anyone's like comedic relief fragrance line. Like this is so funny. It just smells like alcohol and flowers, and there's probably like no civet or any. Of course there's not. Why would that be in here? I don't even know why I said that. And it's 3.7 ounces. It's 110 milliliters. Like what a random number. That's so funny. All right, I'm going to put that back and then put it away and never touch it again. Okay, so a subscriber actually recommended this one for me, and this is by luxury scent, and it's called Dakar, because I was looking for a Dracar Noir aftershave. You know, I like to collect the aftershaves. This actually is pretty good. It's extremely cheap. It was like $10 for this thing, so it's like, think about it, like $5 each. The aftershave just smells like straight cloves and nothing like Dracar Noir. But this, and it's called Dakar, so it stole the name from Al Rehab. But this one, actually, this one's really nice. This is really fresh. This is really barbershop. Performance is like 2.5, 3 hours. So, but you can apply it a lot. It's so inexpensive. I actually really like this one. It's got a sweet, masculine citrus and musk. That's what I get from it. Citrus and musk. Really, really fresh. Like, you spray this under a shirt. This one smells awesome after a shower. This is a gym scent, office scent. This is one of those very versatile all year round. You can wear it. I actually like this one. This is not a Frankenstein clone. This is one of those clones that are cheap but are good. This is like what I love to find. This is an Indiana Jones one right here, not Idaho James. So this is hysterical. But, and it's got like this guy on it, like this like highway robber. I don't know what he does. But the presentation's funny. Just the sticker. Gold cap. You can pick it up by the cap. But it smells good. Like, I would wear this. It smells like almost like a sweet orange, but musky barbershop. Like, after a haircut, you get this barber. She has like a cheap fragrance. He sprays in every customer right in the back of your neck. Get that little burn from the razor blade, straight shave on your neck. This one, this is a good fragrance. So I like this one a lot, actually. And it's inexpensive. And I have an aftershave, too. And it's an aftershave spray, which I always think are cool, because then you can just apply it to your hand, spray it on your neck. So definitely pick this one up. If you see it, I got it on Amazon. It was $10. The rest of these things are just, you know, I just wanted to, hopefully you guys laughed at this too. So I'm sorry if anyone buys these, don't blame me. But if you want something to like a gag gift, like give somebody Colt. Like, if you have anyone that does like auto mechanic, give them Colt. They'll probably just be like, well, I could just go to work and I would come home smelling better than that stuff. Now, Status is like the worst thing I've ever smelled in my entire life. I don't know what I'm going to do with them. I'm definitely going to give them away. Maybe when I hit 1,000 subscribers, like the 3rd and 4th place winners will get those things. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this. It was pretty fun for me to make. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care. I guess I'm going to go shower.